don't let, politics or at least try not to, man. Try not to let politics ruin your relationships with people. You see something on Facebook, like honestly, if I see something on social media and it's being written by somebody that I know that person, right? Like I know that person. I've hung with that person. I've chilled with that person. That person is cool as hell. He may be or she may be a dumbass when it comes to politics, but don't let that ruin your damn relationship, man. Here we go. All right, time now is 7:14, as you can see on the screen. We're at 98 heartbeats per minute. 96. We're not gonna really count the cardio until we can get to about 110 to 115 beats per minute. We want to try to stay between 115 and I would say 125, that zone 2 type cardio. All right, so let's give it about a minute or two. I got all the doors, windows closed in the garage right now. It's hot. It's hot. I want to say probably 90 degrees in here, so I expect to be sweating my butt off. And this is how we do it. All right, so if you're in your garage, wherever you are, try to make it as hot as possible. You want to be uncomfortable in this scenario. All right, so when you're hitting it, you're doing your cardio, man, try to sweat out as much sodium, as much water as possible. And because we already know from previous videos, we don't burn that many calories, right? At least for me, I don't. I don't think you guys are aware of this, and if you are aware, good, but you should be changing your weight on your iPhone. All right, so if you're not keeping up with that and you've lost some weight, definitely go into your health and then definitely update the data there, right? So that's where you put in your age, your height, and your sex and your weight. And that's important because that's going to help keep whatever cardio you do, it's going to help keep it as closely, as close as possible for it to being accurate. We know that the iPhone is not 100% accurate when it comes to calculating how many calories you burn, but we want to try our best, all right? 2 minutes, 46 seconds in, I'm at 112 beats per minute. And for those of you that don't know, the reason why I try to keep it at 115 to 125 is because all I want to do is burn fat. If you're new to the channel, that's all I'm trying to do. Trying to burn fat, okay? Trying to maintain and burn as much fat as possible. All right, so we just touched 115 and went back to 112, but I think we'll get up there. Normally it takes about 5 minutes for you to really get to that zone. So be patient. A lot of shit going on in the world, man. Between the Olympics, between Trump almost being deleted, a lot of stuff, man. It's crazy. This is why you got to stay in the gym. You got to stay healthy. You never know what could happen. You never went from one day to the next. The world could just go upside down. You want to try to be in the best health physically possible. Oh, here we go. 121. All right, good. So we can definitely start the cardio session now at 4 minutes in. We're going to try to do 30 minutes. So we'll stop at 34 minutes to get a full 30 minutes in. And this is where we'll keep it. So every now and then I'll have to stand up because this seat numbs the hell out of my nut sacks. Nobody likes that. But yeah, I mean, look, I don't go on social media, especially Facebook. I mean, just social media in general. I just don't do it, man, because you'll find yourself pissed off at people you don't know for no damn reason, right? You'll develop such animosity and hate for an individual just because of their ignorance and the things that they may say about certain events. I'd like to say social media it's a necessary evil, man, but I tell you, it is just, I think it's the decline of human civilization, man. Especially how we treat each other. It's just a cancer. It'll have you stressed the hell out. It'll create beef for no apparent reason, you know. So I stay off that motherfucker. I go on, even if I get a notification, I just delete it. Delete the notification so I don't have to see it. Unless somebody is directly responding to anything that I may post, that is the only thing I'll go on social media for. And I won't even browse. There's a lot of people I follow, man, and I don't see their stuff because I just refuse to go on it. I don't want to have to see the nonsense. I don't want to be triggered for no stupidity, for someone else's stupidity. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, man. It just, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Without getting into it, you guys know what I'm talking about. But focusing on fitness, man, my wife and I just had a baby girl, healthy, beautiful, God bless. And I'll tell you, I don't know, man, maybe I'm mirroring her energy, my wife's energy, because I don't want to do a damn thing but cuddle up with my little one. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to work out, nothing. I am dragging my ass. You know, I got that postpartum syndrome going on. Just lazy. It took a minute. I just did a leg workout. And that leg workout was trash, all right? But I tried my best to complete it, get a little bit of a pump, and that's it, man. But man, it's like, it's hot. The garage is hot. Don't want to sweat. I just want to be on the couch, turn on the series that I'm watching. You know, try not to eat as much. But even that, I found myself just wanting to eat more. Over the last 2 weeks, I managed to gain 5 pounds. Well, not really 5, more like 7. 154.2 this morning. And of course, I was trying to stay at 150. That didn't happen. And I'm not saying I'm gaining fat. It's probably just water. A lot of water and that sort of thing, but still, like I'm trying to maintain 150 throughout the entire year. So that way I can see the progress. If I gain any weight, I can see it through any sort of muscle that's becoming more visible. And I can say, yeah, I'm still 150, but you see more muscle. And that's how I'm trying to gauge, you know, how much muscle I'm gaining throughout the year, if any, you know. But yeah, man, it's difficult, but you got to get in it. And not every week or every month you're going to have phenomenal training sessions. It's just not going to happen. It's just not reality. And so you got to expect to have some shitty workouts. You got to expect when you look at the mirror and you're not so lean, you know, it's not the end of the world, man. Sometimes we look at ourselves and we're like, why do I do this? Why? Why do I do this? For what? married, have a lot of kids. Like, what the hell? Listen, you do it to stay strong. That's why we do it. We do it to stay strong, stay healthy. That's it. Live long, strong, healthy lives. That's why we do it. Jacked at 50, jacked at 60, jacked at 70. You know, hopefully jacked at 80. All right, so we're at a good pace right now, 124. That's zone 2, cardio for me. Anybody that's over 50 years old, this is where you want to be at, 125. We're 10 minutes in. This is where you want to be. I don't know if you guys watch the Olympics, but I didn't. I don't watch any of that shit. I don't watch any sports. Well, that's a lie. I do watch boxing and I do watch MMA. I think those are the only 2 sports right now that really doesn't or hasn't, you know, allowed politics to infiltrate it. As much as they wanted to, you'll never see a transgendered woman fight a man. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. It'll just probably won't happen. And if you did, if a transgendered man fought a woman, that woman would be annihilated. And so I'm glad Dana White is not allowing that shit to happen and keeping the fight game as authentic as possible. So that way we don't have to deal with any of the politics. But with the Olympics coming in, I didn't even watch it. I just saw the memes. And I saw a few, you know, blips. Whenever I go on Instagram and I see what they try to do, hey, listen, man, it's just wild work. And I understand why the Olympics did it. I get it. Because here's the question. Did you even know that the Olympics was about to happen? I didn't. I had no idea. I had no clue. That's how trash the Olympics are. Nobody wants to watch that shit. So I think they had to make some sort of noise to attract more attention, to bring more people and more viewers to the Olympics, or else it's just going to be one huge disappointment as to how many people tuned in throughout the next several weeks and let it be known that the Olympics was trash, okay? So they will have to do anything and everything to get the viewers' attention. And they did it. They were successful. Now you got a bunch of Christians. You got people from all over the place talking about the Olympics and talking about how crazy the world is today. This is exactly what they wanted. And you guys fell right into the trap. You guys are arguing about the Olympics with strange people you don't even know, going to bed angry at night. That's the problem. You know what I mean? You got strange people that you're beefing with, arguing over shit that doesn't even matter. Losing sleep. Thinking about how to get back at that person because they wrote something retarded on your post or something like that. That's just a waste of energy, man. You can be applying all that energy right here on a bike, doing some push-ups. Get busy. No, you want to be keyboard warriors. Everybody wants to be a politician. Everybody's an expert. Everybody. Everybody you talk to, you know who they are. They know everything about science. They know everything about what's happening in the world, politics, foreign affairs. They know everything about police, how to respond to situations, when to shoot, when not to shoot. They know everything. But they're jobless. They never even had a job. Never walked the shoes of any of these professions. But yet they know it all. Don't allow yourself to become consumed by their ignorance, man. Because that's all it is just ignorance. So if you look at my screen, you see it, right? I'm at 120. I was at 129. Now I'm at 127. That's where you want to be. That's exactly where you want to be. But look at the total calories, 91. My active calories are 71. Not that much, folks. Right? I'm 10 minutes in, minus the 4 minutes, because that's how long it took me to get to 125 beats, right? Heartbeats per minute. So I'm 10 minutes in, and I only burned 94 calories, right? So possibly 30 minutes, I may burn just under 300 calories. Wow. I can go have a bagel with nothing on it and put all those calories right back in. Phenomenal. I was watching this podcast and they were talking about, you know, if you wanted to get down to, let's just say 15% body fat, you're a male, but you're in the 40%, maybe even 50% body fat. You can possibly eat whatever you want. Don't change anything about your diet at all. Just keep eating the same garbage you eat, all right? But just do an hour of cardio every single day. 1 hour of cardio every single day where you're burning minimum 600 calories a day. Minimum. Okay? And you times that by, let's just say 6 days, because you want to leave 1 day to rest. You're going to burn 1 pound of fat every week. It will probably take you a year for you to get down to 15% body fat if you was consistent. And that's with you eating whatever you want to eat. I want you guys to think about that for a second. All you got to do is 1 hour of cardio for 6 days a week and try your best to burn minimum 600 calories. That's not including, if you got a strenuous job and you're walking around, you're moving around all day, that's not including that. Cardio separate. So whatever amount of steps you're taking outside of the cardio, that's just extra. We don't count that. But if you don't want to change what you eat, but you do want to change the fat content in your body, do an hour of cardio every single day. I guarantee you, you'll lose weight. I guarantee you, you'll change your body composition in 1 year's time. It's going to take 1 year, though. You're talking, if you're 250 pounds, what do we got, 52 weeks a year? At 1 pound a week, that's 52 pounds a week. You don't think from being 250 pounds to 200 pounds, that's not going to be a drastic difference in a matter of 1 year? 1 year. Still eating the same shit every day, not changing anything. You could eat your cookies and your Blimpies, or that doesn't even exist, Blimpies. Damn, I'm old. You know what I'm talking about. Heroes and pizza and ice cream and rice and all that nonsense. You could eat everything. Just give 1 hour of straight cardio. Guarantee you'll lose minimum 50 pounds in 1 year. It's easy math. It's easy math. Most of y'all are just fat and lazy, don't want to do the work. Just want to be on the couch, consuming my air. What are you going to do? Where we at? 120. 120 beats per minute. We at 120 total calories, 93 active calories, 18 minutes, 33 seconds in. That's what I'm talking about. My nuts are getting numb. Let's give them a break. Damn, they got to do better with these seats. Trust me, this seat already has a pad. I don't know how people do it. So yeah, the Olympics, why in the world would they do something like that is not shocking to me. Again, I know I could understand the logic behind it, but what I don't understand is why everybody else is pissed off about it. Like, you don't think that was the plan? You know, I guess if you're that type of person that still lives underneath a rock and you still think all these news outlets are telling you the truth, then I understand why you would be upset. I get it. That shit had nothing to do with sports. You know, mocking religion, putting on costumes. Let me be specific. Mocking Christians, Christianity in general, that's been happening for a minute. I remember when Madonna did it when I was a kid. I didn't even know what it meant, but people were in an uproar back then. That's just been happening for decades. Again, that's how they just got you guys to tune in. Because I bet now you're going to tune into the Olympics to see if they do any other ratchet shit involving, you know, Christianity or whatever. All right, bring the heart rate down. 133, we're too high. 132, we're too high. We had to give the nuts a break. Let's go. Try to come down a little bit. But yeah, don't let, you know, politics or at least try not to, man. Try not to let politics ruin your relationships with people. You know, you see something on Facebook, like honestly, if I see something on social media and it's being written by somebody that I know that person, right? Like, I know that person. I've hung with that person. I've chilled with that person. That person is cool as hell. He may be or she may be a dumbass when it comes to politics, but don't let that ruin your damn relationship, man. Don't stop talking to the individual because, you know, for whatever reason. Everybody's got a right to their opinion, man. Let them say what they say. $119. All right, we're good. That's my take on it, man. Like, I don't really have any sort of enthusiasm about it. Like, what I'm saying right now, honestly, there's no energy in it because I don't give it any energy. You know, the only time I give energy to something is if someone asks me my opinion. That's the only time. Or if I'm talking to somebody and that person brings up politics and they ask a question or whatever, I'm gonna let them have it. Especially when it comes to policing. I'm gonna let them have it. There's a lot of the information that they just get it from television, social media. They don't know. They have no clue. Zero. It's like the lady who was shot and killed by that cop. She had some boiling water. You guys probably seen that. You know, there's always going to be some sort of police incident that's going to be gaslit to the gills during election year. And I'm surprised that one hasn't been like shooting through the roof. Maybe because they fired the cop and, you know, they indicted him. I don't think he's going to be convicted of murder one. That's never going to happen. But, you know, the fact that they fired him really quick, they let him go. What more can they say, right? They can't beat a dead horse now. I mean, what more can they say? Shit happened under Biden's watch. Maybe that's the reason why they're not saying anything. I don't know. But stuff like that, you know, they'll ask me questions, my opinion on it. I'll give them my opinion. I'll slam them with some shit, and then that's it. Put some food for thought in their head. But I'm not thinking about it. I'll tell you that. I'm not thinking about it. I want to see funny shit. I want to see stuff that makes me laugh on social media. That's all. I don't want to see anything else. And shout out to those of you who share funny clips and reels. I love you. You keep my day going. That shit is funny as hell. 25 minutes in, heartbeat is 118. Total calories is 166. My active calories is 129. Hopefully my iPhone screen is not going to be off because, I don't know, I think my iPhone screen might record at a different frame rate than my camera. So we shall see. I don't know. If it is, my voice, the video is not going to sync up with the iPhone video, so. But we're at 117, nice and easy. I got a nice internal sweat going. Yeah, oh yeah. Feel good. Still got a month and 2 weeks left for my birthday. Turning 52. Turning 52, so can I do a 6-pound loss from now to my birthday? Absolutely. That's why I'm on a bike. I'm trying to set the tone, be an example for my kids, let them know what 52 should look like. What 52 should look like. Let me go check my camera. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. You know, trying to let my kids know what 52 should look like. All right, so that way when they see other 52-year-olds and them 52-year-olds look like they're near death, they know, yeah, no, we're not doing that. That's not what my daddy looks like. My daddy's a beast at 52. That's why we do it. We do it to stay sharp and set the tone. So at 27 minutes, 37 seconds, what do we got? We still got another 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go for 30 minutes for this session of cardio and bullshit to be over with. Hopefully you guys are staying with me. You see where my heart rate is at, 118. We're good with that. That's in the zone. That's in that nice zone 2 cardio, fat loss. Yeah, so I don't know. What's my opinion on the shooting? Police officer who shot the woman with boiling water in her hand? What's my opinion? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Because I wasn't there. Right? And I'm only seeing it from that one body cam that he was wearing. But I can tell you what I would have done. And I can tell you from experience, having to experience things like that, you know, damn near on an every other day occurrence when I was a cop in Brooklyn. That would have never happened. I couldn't tell you countless times that we've responded to emotionally disturbed persons, that had thoughts like that were super erratic, that were a danger to themselves, doing a lot worse than what she did, threatening our lives. I can tell you right now, that would have never happened. Why? Because there's guidelines. And if you're a rookie, even a rookie would know that the best course of action is to isolate and contain. Back out of the apartment or back out of the situation, back out of the situation, right? What's the worst thing that coffee could have, that hot water would have done? Peel off some skin? I get it. His partner was there though. So it's not like she was going to disarm him. So back out of the situation, call the supervisor, have EMS respond, get ESU up there, and have ESU do what they do. It's simple as that. In that scenario, because every scenario is different. But in that scenario, all right, we know what we're dealing with right here. As soon as she started talking about she's seeing things and ghosts and all that stuff, talking about where the devil, all right, lady, all right. We're not going to sit here and antagonize you, right? We're not going to feed into your bullshit. So we're just going to quietly notify the supervisor, have ESU respond with a bus. Get your ass right to the hospital, because that's what you need. And as for why these individuals didn't do that, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to sit here and play the race card and say, oh, they shot her because she was black. I'm not going to do that. I'm tired of that. Aren't you guys tired of that? Same old bullshit. Aren't you guys tired of that nonsense? How about we just chalk it up to the fact that we're not hiring the best of the best anymore. We haven't been. We're not. We're hiring degenerates. Degenerates. You know when I knew we were hiring degenerates? Nothing against little people. But when they started hiring little people, the little people, the 3-foot people, I knew then. This was back in what, early 2000s? I knew then. I was like, this is a nightmare. We're fucked. DEI was already in motion back then. There's nothing, DEI is not new. We already knew. I knew back then. What is this little person gonna do? I'm not going out with this person, patrolling the streets of Bed-Stuy or Brownsville. We're not doing that. Why are you doing that? So anyway, like I said, nothing against little people, but you want to be able to scale a wall. You understand what I'm... An 8-foot wall, not a wall that's 8 inches. So I already knew back then, I'm like, yeah, this is just going to be disastrous going forward. And now look, right? We're hiring degenerates, just a bunch of degenerates, weak-minded, weak men, degenerates. Female police, masculine as hell, trying to be like men, antagonizing, making situations worse. And then who has to handle it? We do, the men do. Not all, but most. So I knew back then, once they put courtesy, professionalism, respect on the sides of the car, we already knew. So that's my opinion. We're at 34 minutes. Heartbeat is at 125 per minute. Total calories, look at that. Total calories is 226 calories. My active calories is 176. I can't even go have a bagel right now. I have a bagel, I'm putting more than that shit. A bagel is 300 calories minimum. Can't even have a bagel. Retarded. This is why I got to step my cardio up for an hour. I got to do an hour in the morning, an hour at night. But anyhow, there's no need for me to be up here. We'll end at 35. I appreciate you guys watching. You know, stay away from social media. That shit'll poison your brain. Stop defriending people that you've known for the rest of your life because they said something stupid about somebody. Come on, man. Let them have their say. With that being said, see you guys on the next one.